Too hot. All right, so today we're going to talk about prefixes and suffixes. Have you heard about these in school before?
Yes, I did.
Yes? Awesome. What do you remember about your prefixes and your suffixes?
Well, you put them in front of a word.
Okay, so that would be your prefix. Absolutely. Do you remember anything about your suffixes?
I'm a bit rusty.
That's okay. Don't worry about it, okay? So we're going to work on that today. Basically, what prefixes and suffixes do are they change the meaning of a word by adding either something at the beginning, which is what we call the prefix, or something at the very end, which is what we call the suffix. So take, for example, the word happy, okay? If I have the word happy and all of a sudden I add un in front of it, okay? Now happy, obviously, what does it mean if you're happy?
You're joyful.
Yeah, you're full of joy. You're happy, right? You're smiley. What happens though if I add un in front of it?
Then you're not happy.
You're not happy, right? So we know that un, even though it's just two letters that we're adding on the front of the word, makes a huge difference because there's a big difference between being happy and unhappy. How about the word do? What does it mean to do something? It's kind of a hard one.
I don't know how to explain do.
It's something that you either do with your body, with your mind, right? But what happens if I add re in front of it?
That means you do it again.
It means I do it again, right? I redo something. Very nice. All right, let's try these ones together. So, right now, I'm going to lay down the word play. Can you add one of my pink prefixes to the beginning of play to make a new word? Perfect. So what did you add to the beginning of play? Re. So now we have what word?
Replay.
Replay. And what does it mean to replay something?
You play it again.
You play it again. Very nice. How about the word help? Can I say re-help? No, that doesn't really sound right. So what else could we add maybe to the beginning of help? Or could we maybe add something to the end of help? So on my orange cards now, I have suffixes. These go at the end of your words, and they give them a different meaning.
So
What could you add to it?
you could add helpful.
Full, very nice, right? And that means that you're willing to help somebody out, right? Very nice. All right, so using prefixes and suffixes, now what I want you to do is I'm going to give you a few words, and I want you by yourself to tell me the new word that you make, and maybe if you know what it means, what does it mean, okay? So the first one, tie. What can we either add to the beginning or the end of tie?
You could add retie.
You could retie something, absolutely. That means to tie it again, right? Beautiful. How about the word lock? What could I maybe add to the beginning or the end of the word lock?
You could add unlock.
And what does that mean if I unlock something?
You, open it.
Okay, very nice. How about the word, this one may be tricky, view. What can I add to the beginning or the end of the word view?
You could do review.
Absolutely, you could do review, which means to view it again, right? You could also do preview, which means to look at something beforehand, right? Like a movie preview, all right? How about the word agree?
Disagree means to not agree.
Very nicely done. And finally, let's do one more. Let's do kind.
Right here, this was a solid wall. And this was the door here.
Okay.
Oops, I put a...
No, that's okay. So I was going to say, when we put that in the beginning, we have kind. Does that sound like a word? Not quite. So we put it at the end and we get what?
Kindness.
Kindness. Now, could I add something to the beginning of it as well? Could I have a prefix and a suffix?
Yeah, I did those windows.
Unkindness?
Absolutely, you could. Yeah, very nicely done. All right. So when we read these words that have our prefixes and suffixes, we know that their meaning changes based on the short little letters that are either before the word or after the word. Do you know what we call the word that's in the middle?
Not that I don't remember.
So this is what we call the base word. Okay. Whenever we get a super duper long word, we can find the base word read the base word and break it apart that way to make reading it a little bit more easy. All right? Let's look at the words that I have written up on my board over here, and I can even bring my board over to you. Okay? So, I have the words unhappy, redo, unlock, helpful, dislike, untie, preview, and kindness. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to first find what we know as the base word, and then we're going to find that added part. Okay? Now, when we're looking for base words, we're looking for words that could stand by themselves. So if I were to erase the added part, I still have a full word. Okay? What I want you to do is erase that added part in each of these words. Okay? So let's look at this first one. It says unhappy. What is the base word?
The base word is happy.
Happy, very nice. So what is my prefix then? What is that added part? Un. So we can erase it. Absolutely. Okay. Nice job. All right. This one says redo. What's the base word?
The base word is do.
Do. So what's my added part?
Read.
And we can erase that. Very nicely done. How about unlock?
The base word is lock.
Very nice. So what's my prefix?
Un.
Very nice. And we just learned a little bit that is like kind of not, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about helpful?
The base word is help.
The base word is help. So does this one have a prefix?
Yes.
It does?
Wait.
It has something that comes before it that changes
No.
the meaning? What does it have?
It has a suffix.
Very nicely done. What is the suffix?
Full.
Full. Very nice. How about dislike?
The base word is like,
Mm-hmm.
and the, what is it called?
You're okay. Starts with a P.
Prefix
Very nice is?
is this.
Very nice. So we can erase that. How about untie?
The base word is tie, and the prefix is un.
Very nicely done. You're crushing these. How about preview?
The base word is view, and the prefix is free.
Awesome. Last one. Bring it home. Kindness.
The base word is kind, and the suffix is ness.
Very nice. And nice use of the words suffix and prefix. Awesome. You're doing super duper well with these. All right. So now here's what we're going to do next. We just saw these words and we kind of saw them with the added parts.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to listen for them. Do you think you can tell me what the added part is in a word if I just kind of say them to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try this. Let's do the word unkind.
Base word is kind, and the prefix is un.
Very nicely done. How about the word helpful?
The base word is help,
Uh-huh.
and the suffix is full.
Very nice. How about the word dislike?
The base word is like, and the prefix is this.
Very nice. How about the word untie?
The base word is tie, and the prefix is un.
Okay. How about I do this? What if I tell you a word and I have you add it? So what if I say, okay, the word is happy and I want you to add un?
Unhappy.
Very nice. The word is like and I want you to add dis.
Dislike.
Very nice. The word is thank and I want you to add full.
Thankful.
Very nice. The word is happy and I want you to add ness.
Happiness.
Beautiful job. You are absolutely crushing these. All right. Let's blend, shall we? Okay. So we talked about how we can find the base word, and then by adding the prefix or the suffix, we can kind of blend everything together and make the word a lot easier to read. All right. So again, on my pink cards, I have some prefixes for you. Okay. And then on my green cards, I have some base words for you. What I would like you to do is we're going to build some words. So I would like for you to pick one of these green cards. I want you to read the word that's on the green card for me. Then add a pink card to it and then read your new word.
Okay.
Okay? So what word have you picked?
I picked kind.
Kind. Okay. So what pink card can we add to kind?
You can add unkind.
Very nice. So we added un to the base word kind. So now if I were to blend it all together, I would get
Unkind.
very nice. Let's do another one. So what word are we doing now?
We're doing do.
Do. Okay.
And then you can add read to make redo.
Very nicely done. Let's do another one. So what's that?
This is tie.
Okay.
And then could you
We can reuse these
Okay.
ones too. Yeah.
you can do retie.
You could do retie. What else could you maybe do with tie?
Untie.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Pick your next one. So what word is our base word?
This is help.
Okay. So
And then
what can we add to it? Ooh, can we add something to it?
I don't think.
I don't think so either. That would be one that we could maybe add a suffix to, right? What could you maybe add to the end of help?
Helpless.
Less, right? So then we'd have helpless. Very nicely done. How about happy?
You could do unhappy.
Very nice. And finally, how about view?
You could do preview.
Absolutely, just like what you see at the movies. You're doing an awesome job at this, okay? Do you see how these are changing what this word means?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see how kind of whenever you break it apart into sections, like this is the beginning, this is the base word, and then your suffix comes at the end, how it's a little bit easier to read some of those big, challenging words. All right. Speaking about reading, let's try to read some, shall we? So here's what we're going to do. I have some words for you, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to review some words that you probably already know, and then we're going to go on to new words. Our new words are either going to have that prefix or that suffix in it, okay? What I would like for you to do is tap it out once we get to the new words. For the old review words, we can just kind of fly through these, all right? So read the first one for me.
Happy.
Very nice.
Do. Like. Help. Play. Kind.
Beautiful. Okay, so now we're at our new words. So what I want you to do now is find the base word first, tell me the base word, and then tell me the prefix for it, okay?
Happy is the base word and un is the prefix.
So let's put it all together.
Unhappy.
Very nice. How about number 2?
Do is the base word and re is the prefix,
Put
which
it-
is redo.
Very nice. How about number 3?
Lock is the base word and un is the prefix.
Put it all together.
Unlock.
Very nice. Number 4?
Like is the base word and dis is the prefix.
Put it all together.
Dislike.
Very nice. How about this one?
Tie is the base word and un is the prefix.
So put it all together.
Untie.
And this one.
View is the base word and pre is the prefix.
Very nice. So put it all together.
Prefix.
Oh.
I mean preview.
You're okay. All right, let's challenge you. You think you can do some nonsense words? All right. So same thing. Think about what would the base word be, and then maybe what would the prefix be.
Limb is the base word and un is the prefix.
So if you didn't know this word and you had to read it, what would it say?
Unplim.
Yeah, very nice. How about this one?
Dis is the base word and re is the prefix, which is redisc.
Very nice. And finally,
Mop is the base word and dis is the prefix.
so if you put it all together,
Dismop.
dismop, to not mop something. Very nice. You want to try to spell some of these? I think you'll knock this out of the park. All right, so I'm going to get you a piece of paper here. All right, and I just have a few words that we're going to try to spell.
Okay.
All right, so while you're spelling, here, you can spell on my notepad because this table has slats in it. Yeah, so while you're spelling, what I kind of want you to say is the same thing that we did whenever you were reading. Say the base word, add the prefix or the suffix to it, and then write it down. Okay, you ready? The first word that we're going to do is, let's start with a review word. Let's start with happy. Can you spell happy for me?
Wait.
Oh, just click it a few times. Very nicely done. How about the word help? Ooh, this wind. Very nice. How about the word tie? Beautiful word. How about the word kind? Beautiful. How about the word unhappy?
Should I add it or just write it?
So I want you to rewrite it for me. It's a
Okay.
whole new word now. Very nice. So we know our base word is what?
Happy.
Happy. So all you had to know how to spell was un, right?
Mhm.
How about the word redo? Beautiful. Finally, how about the word unlock? Beautiful. What if I gave you a word like, and this is a challenge one, so if you don't know, that's okay, but how about the word happiness? You are so very close.
Wait, oh, no.
No, it's okay. So in another time that we meet, I'll teach you how sometimes whenever we have the suffix, we have to change the spelling of words like happiness because it ends with a Y. We'll talk about that, but you are doing a fantastic job with these, all right? Let's read some sentences. We'll move on from words to sentences. Let me see if I can find where I wrote down my sentences here. This wind is just blowing everything around. All right. Oops. I can grab it in a second. All right. So while I grab this paper, look over those sentences for me, okay? And I want you to underline in those sentences words that have a prefix or a suffix.
Okay.
See if you can find them. I got that one too.
Thank you.
There you go.
Wait, do I just underline the prefix or the
The prefix or the suffix, whatever one it has. And if it has both, then you can underline them both. I think those each just have one. Very nicely done. I tried to trick you with number 4 and I didn't even have one. All right, so we're gonna read these now, all right? So take your time. We're gonna read these twice. For the first time, I want you to just get them down, understand what the words are, read it right. And then the second time, we'll read it and see if we can be a little bit quicker, a little bit more fluent with it, all right? Number 1.
I can redo my work.
Very nice. And what is that word with a prefix in it?
Redo.
Redo, very nice. What does it mean if I say I can redo my work?
I can do it again.
Very nice. Number 2, she is unhappy today. Oh, sorry, read the sentence for me.
Okay. She is unhappy today.
Very nice. And what is the word with the prefix in it?
Unhappy.
And what does that mean if she is unhappy today?
That means she's not happy.
Very nice. How about number 3?
Please unlock the door.
What's the word with the prefix in it?
Unlock.
Okay, and what does that mean? If I ask
That
you to please
means
unlock the door.
open.
Okay, so open the door. Very nice. How about number 4?
I like to play games.
Is there a word with the prefix in here?
No.
No. Number 5.
He is very helpful.
What is my word with my prefix or my suffix?
Helpful.
Helpful. Very nice. What does that mean if I say he is very helpful?
He helps.
Yeah, sure. He's ready to assist somebody, okay? Now, I want you to try to spell out some sentences for me, okay? Remember, when we write our sentences, we are always, always, always going to start with a what?
Capital.
And we're always, always, always going to end with a what?
Period.
Very nicely done, okay? We can grab those later. All right, you ready? So I just have 2 for you. Number 1, I can redo my work. You're okay. Beautiful. I like how you take a second and you realize that you didn't have a period and then you added one. All right, number 2. She is unhappy today. Very nicely done. All right, so let's double check our capitalization. We have our I, we have our she, beautiful. Our punctuation, I have 2 periods at the end. Those, ma'am, look like beautifully written sentences with some prefixes and suffixes. Fantastic, fantastic work. All right, so remind me, tell me again here. What is a prefix?
A prefix is something you add at the start of the word to make it mean something else.
Okay. Can you remember any of the prefixes that we saw today in some of our words?
We saw un,
Yep.
ness,
Mm-hmm.
less,
Yeah, sure.
I can't remember.
That's okay. That was pretty good. All right. So we know that a prefix is at the beginning. The suffix comes at the end. And then what is that word in the middle of those two called?
The base word.
The base word. And the base word is where we get our big definition of what the word is, right? So we saw that we can have a word like happy, which means that you're full of joy. Add un to the beginning of it, and all of a sudden it means that you're not so much full of joy, right? We saw that maybe you can add a word to the end too. So if we have a word like thank and we add full to the end of it, it now means that you're full of thanks or you're full of gratitude, okay? So there are these small word parts, however, they can change endings, or they can change what the word means in a big, big way, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. Back to kind of listening a little bit, all right? I want you to listen to the word that I'm gonna say. I want you to repeat it. I want you to tell me the base word, what's added to it, and then we're gonna talk about what it means. Okay, I'm gonna give you some bigger ones here. You ready? Let's do the word powerful.
The base word is power, and the prefix is full.
The prefix is full?
Wait. The suffix.
The suffix, remember, suffix comes at the end. The way that I like to remember this is if you think about an alphabet, what comes first, the P or the S? The P. So prefixes come before the word. The S, the suffix, comes after it. Okay? How about the word...
There's a bug on you.
Oh, thanks. How about the word dislike?
The base word is like, and the prefix is this.
Okay, and what does it mean if you dislike something?
You don't like it.
Okay, and what does it mean if you like something?
Then you like it.
Yeah, it's hard to define, right? But when we add dis, we have a whole new meaning to it. How about the word unlock?
The base word is lock. And
Okay.
the prefix is on.
So what does it mean to lock something?
You, you basically.
I know some of these are hard. It means to kind of close something up,
Yeah.
right? Right? So then what does it mean if we unlock it?
Then you open it.
Right? You open it up. Very nice. Last one for you. How about the word, let's do, you want a big word?
Sure.
Let's do delightful.
The base word is delight, and the prefix is full.
The
Wait,
prefix?
The suffix.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll get it. Don't worry about it. Okay. What does that mean?
That means that they're. I don't know how to explain.
So what does it mean if you feel delight? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
A good thing.
A good thing, yeah. Delight's kind of like being happy, right? So if we say delightful, now it just means
You're full of delight.
you're full of delight. You're full of happiness. Very nicely done. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to skywrite the prefix for me. Did you ever do skywriting in school?
I don't.
Okay, so when we skywrite, we're going to go, if I say unhappy, I'm going to go un, and then I'm going to tap the base word, happy. And then I'm going to read it all together, unhappy. Okay, so let's try the word. We'll do this one together. Let's try the word dislike. Ready? So write dis with me. Dis. And then tap like. Put it all together.
Dislike.
Dislike. Very nice. How about the word disrespect? Okay, so we're going to skywrite dis. And then we're going to tap respect. Respect. Very nice. We put it together and we get...
Respect. Oh, wait. Disrespect.
Disrespect. Very nice. How about the word preview? So skywrite.
Yeah. Pre.
Very nice.
And then view.
Very nice. And we put it all together and we get
Preview.
preview. Very nice. How about retie?
Re.
Mm-hmm.
And then tie.
Very nice. And we put it all together and we get
Retie.
very nice. Let's try a few bigger words with reading. What do you think?
Okay.
Let's see here. So we started off and we read some kind of smaller words. Words that maybe have like 2 syllables just because they have one prefix or one suffix and then a base word, okay? Let's see if we can read maybe a few bigger ones here. If I can find my reading page. It may have flown away. If it did, that's okay. We'll make do. All right. Oh, wait, maybe it's on this side. Aha! All right. So let's try these, okay? What I would like you to do right now, before we even read these, is I want you to circle in these words the base word, okay? Good. Very nicely done. Oh, I took your notebook out from under you. Sorry. All right. So, what is the base word in number 1?
Test.
Test. How about number 2?
Lock.
Okay. How about number 3?
Power.
How about number 4?
Cheer.
And how about number 5?
Wait.
T. Here, let me rewrite it for you. Sometimes I write really fast. How about that?
Take.
Take. There you go. Very nice. Okay. So then what is the prefix in this word?
Pre.
How about this one?
On.
How about this one?
It doesn't have one. It has a suffix.
Good job. What is the suffix in this?
Full.
How about this one?
Full.
And how about this one?
And then this has a prefix which is miss.
Very nice. Okay, now read these words all together for me.
Pre-test, unlock, powerful, cheerful, mystic.
Very nicely done. All right. I don't think I even have nonsense for you. Easy enough. All right. So let's read these sentences now. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. Right now I want you to go through and I want you to circle the words that have a prefix or a suffix in it. Or circle the base word, sorry, of the words that have a prefix or a suffix. Okay. What's the base word in this sentence?
Lock.
How about here?
Help.
And how about here?
Do.
Okay. Try number 1 for me.
Please unlock the box.
Very nice. How about number 2?
The teacher was helpful.
And number 3.
We will redo the game.
You are doing a fantastic job. You think you can spell 3 for me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try it out. So here's how I want you to spell these. This may be a little bit weird, okay? I want you to spell the base word for me and then add the prefix once you're done.
Okay.
Okay? So let's try the first one, and this one we'll just kind of do as a tester so you can kind of get the hang of it, okay? For word number 1, I want you to do, dislike. Very nicely done. So you spelled the base word, which is what?
Like.
And then you were able to go back and just add
This.
dis. Does it kind of make spelling these words a little bit easier? Maybe. Let's try the word powerful.
Wait.
So read that one back to me. What do we have for this one?
Oh.
You're okay. Very nice. And see, it's okay to make mistakes like that because if you were to read that, it would say full power and that kind of sounds a little bit funky, right? So always make sure that you double check your work, make sure you go back, you read it in your head, and you know that it's correct. How about the word preview? Okay, I'm going to teach you a rule, and we can talk about this another time, okay? Have they ever taught you about the I's and the E's?
No.
Okay, so whenever we spell a word like view, okay, we always are going to do I before E, except after C, okay? So when we spell view, it's going to be V-I-E-W, okay? Very nicely done. And like I said, we can practice that a little bit more, okay? How about the word, you want to challenge one? Let's do, I'm trying to think of one where I can do two together. What if we do unhelpfulness? It's kind of a silly one. Okay, good. Very nicely done. All right. Sweet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read a story. You're good. We can grab it in a bit. We're going to read a story that has some of these prefixes and suffixes in that we've talked about, okay? But before we do that, we're going to play a little game about some of the words that you will see in the story that we're going to read, okay? So what I have here is I have some cups that have words on it, and these are going to be words that we will see in the story, all right? So what does this one say?
It says unkind.
Unkind. So we're going to set it up right here. What's this one say?
Cheerful.
Very nice. How about this one?
Powerful. Redo. Mistake.
Beautiful. Okay. On these cards, I have some definitions, or what the word means. Okay. What's going to happen is I'm going to read the definition for you. We're going to talk about maybe what word it could be based on its prefix and its base word. Then once you think you know what I'm talking about, you're going to crumble it up like a little ball, and you're going to shoot it and see if you can get it into the cup of the word. Okay? So, let's look at this. My first definition that I have here is full of power. Okay? So which one of these words has a base word that's all about power?
Powerful.
Powerful, right? What is the suffix on the word powerful?
Full.
Full. So do you see how we get that the meaning is full of power? Crumple it up and see if you can make your shot. It's a little bit windy, so no pressure. Ah, so close. Good. All right, let's try the next one. How about not nice? So what is a prefix in here that maybe means not? Or what's a word in here that could mean nice?
Unkind.
Unkind, right? Because un means not, right? And kind means you're nice. So unkind is not nice. So if you want to crumple that up, see if we can make this shot. Oh, the wind. I think you would have had it if it weren't for the wind. How about this one? To do again.
Redo.
Redo. What told you that this word means to do again?
Because it had re and do.
Re and do. Very nice. Crumple it up and see if you can make it in there. Try again. You got it. You're so close.
It stuck to my hand.
Oh, the wind. All right. How about this one? Full of happiness and cheer. Oops.
Cheerful.
Okay. What part of that word told you that cheerful means full of happiness and cheer?
Because full is in it, and it says full, and there's cheer.
And there's cheer. The base word is cheer. Very nice. All right. You got this. I believe in you.
Hopefully the wind won't get me.
Hopefully the wind won't get you. I know. If it could just stop for a second. Oh, I think the wind got you. Here, I don't even know. Let's see. Do you think I can do it?
Maybe.
Oh, it stuck to my finger. Oh, so close. All right. Last one that we have. An accident.
Mistake.
Okay. What makes you think that mistake means an accident?
Because that's what mistake means.
Okay, it is what mistakes means. 110%. Okay. So if you mistake something, it means that you have kind of an accident. What's the base word in the word mistake?
Take.
To take. Do you know what miss means?
I
This is a new one.
Not really.
Okay. So miss means to do something incorrectly. Okay. Think about like if you miss an answer on a test. If you miss an answer on the test, it means it's incorrect. So if I mistake something, it means that I take something incorrectly. Isn't that kind of like making an accident? Absolutely. Crumple it up. Let's see if we can make it. Last one. It's got to be money. It sticks. Let's try that. Maybe I'll have more luck. Oh, so close. Good job, though, okay? So remind me, what does my word mistake mean?
To mess up.
To mess up, okay. How about what does my word redo mean?
Do again.
Okay. How about what does my word powerful mean?
Full of power.
Beautiful. How about cheerful?
Happy.
Happy.
Full of cheer.
Full of cheer. Very nice. And finally, unkind.
Not nice.
Not nice. Beautiful job. Let's read a story that has some of these words in it, okay? So what's going to happen is we are going to read this story twice. The first time that we're going to read it, you're just going to take your time. We're going to talk about maybe what's going on in this story. And then the second time we read it, we're going to read it for fluency. Do you know what fluency is?
I don't really know how to explain it.
It's different. It's tricky to explain. It means how quickly you can read something, but also how correctly you can read something. All right? So, start with the title for me. What is this called?
Words matter.
Words matter. Very nice. Okay? Go ahead and start. You may want to keep a hand on it because of the wind outside, but go ahead.
It's important to remember that words matter. The words we say can impact how we feel and how we make other people feel. The kind words are powerful. We are more likely to get what we need when we ask nicely. We also use...
Okay, so pause. Go back because you missed a word there. So ask nicely.
Mhm.
We
are thankful.
Oh,
Wait,
we-
where are we? Can also use kind words to express our feelings and share what we are thankful for. Think of a time someone gave you a compliment. It probably made you feel cheerful. Unkind words are powerful too. They can be deeply painful and disrespectful. Has anyone ever said something unkind to you? It probably made you feel dreadful.
Good job.
Nobody is flawless. We all make mistakes. If we say something hurtful, we can't stop, reflect, and retry. We can stop, reflect, and retry.
Good.
Hopefully we can all think deeply about the words we say to make everyone's day a bit more delightful.
Very nicely done. All right. So, in here, first thing that I want to ask you, and we can even circle these words if you'd like, or you underline them. Find for me a few words that have a prefix or a suffix in it. Let's say, find me 5. We'll do a little scavenger hunt. Find me 5 words in this story.
Should I just circle?
You can circle or underline. Up to you. Good. So what was the first word that you found?
Powerful.
Powerful. And does that have a prefix or a suffix?
A suffix.
Good, because it comes at the end. Very nicely done.
Would nicely be one?
Nicely would absolutely be one. What does nicely have on it? We didn't talk about
It
this
has
one.
Lee.
Lee, L-Y. Yes, very nice. So what is the base word in nicely?
Nice.
Nice, very nice. So you could figure out that L-Y is a suffix, right? Because you knew that the base word was nice.
Mhm.
Good job. Beautiful. What was that third word that you circled?
Thankful.
Thankful. What does thankful mean?
Full of thanks.
Full of thanks. How about that one?
Cheerful.
What does cheerful mean?
Full of cheer.
Full of cheer. Very nice. And do one more for me. Go ahead.
Unkind.
Unkind. And what does it mean if something or somebody is unkind?
Not nice.
Not nice, all right? So let's talk about this a little bit. In the word unkind. Can I put that in front of another word? Can you start another word with un?
No. I don't see white chair.
Not in here, but in your
Oh.
brain. Can you think of one?
No.
How about unhappy? Unkind. Okay. What can we think un means?
Not.
Not. Very nicely done. Ooh, sorry. So if somebody makes a mistake, they may want to redo. What does it mean to redo something?
Do it again.
To do it again, right? What else might you need to redo?
Recook.
Yeah, you may need to redo a cook or something that you cook if you burn it like I do. Very nice. What is this passage all about?
About how your words can affect others.
How your words can affect others, right? What does it tell you about using like harmful words?
That they can hurt others deeply.
Absolutely. And then what does it tell you about using like compliments?
They can make people feel happy.
Very nice. And they even have a word in here that ends with an FUL. Where was it? Cheerful? Yes. Beautiful. Right? Because they can make people feel happy and nice. Okay? We're going to read this one more time. This time what I want you to focus on is reading everything nice and smoothly. Make sure that you can even finger trace if you would like. Make sure that you read each word. Maybe have a little bit of expression while you read too. Listen while I read this. It is important to remember that words matter. The words we say can impact how we feel and how we make other people feel. Kind words are powerful. We're more likely to get what we need when we ask nicely. Okay? Whenever you're ready.
It is important to remember that words matter. The words we say can impact how we feel and how we make other people feel. Kind words are powerful. We are more likely to get what we need when we ask nicely. We can also use kind words to express our feelings and share what we are thankful for. Think of a time someone gave you a compliment. It probably made you feel cheerful. Unkind words are powerful too. They can be deeply painful and disrespectful. Has anyone ever said something unkind to you? It probably made you feel dreadful. Nobody is flawless. We all make mistakes. If we say something hurtful, we can stop, reflect, and retry.
Very nice.
Hopefully we can all think deeply about the words we say to make everyone's day a bit more delightful.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little writing activity about this. Okay? So, we're going to do 3 sentences. Okay? In 3 sentences, I want you to tell me about a time that you made a mistake, like our vocab word mistake, okay? And then you had to redo it, and then it turned out okay. So think about a time maybe whenever you made a mistake, or you did something that you weren't super happy with, and then you were able to go back and fix it, all right? So maybe think about like who was helpful for you whenever you went back to fix it. Maybe think about like, did you do anything today that you had to go back and fix?
No.
No? So when was a time that you maybe did something or you made a mistake and then you had to go back and retry? How about when you swim? Have you ever done a dive in Grandpa's pool?
Yeah.
Does it always go super well?
Mm-mm.
No, right? Sometimes maybe you fall and you belly smack. But
I don't.
okay, so maybe tell me about that. Tell me about a time where you tried to dive in your papa's pool and it didn't go so well. And then how did you fix it? What did you redo? All right. What I would like for you to do is use at least 2 of these words. So unhappy, redo, unlock, helpful, or dislike. Okay.
Is that how you spell dive?
Yep. Yep. It's weird because it has that silent E at the end. So maybe we can put a period after this. Because I feel like that's a complete thought, right? When I was trying to dive, I belly smacked. Okay? So maybe tell me, how did that make you feel?
Hurt.
Besides very hurt.
Unhappy with me belly smacking.
Yeah. So you can say, like, I felt very unhappy maybe. I'm going to grab some of these papers that flew while you are writing your sentences. All right, let's hear it. What do you got?
When I was trying to dive a belly smacks, I felt unhappy, so I decided to redo it, and I did better.
So write me one more sentence. Can you give me 3? So you felt better. What else? Maybe what did you do afterward? Did you show anybody that you got it down? Did you smile really big? Did you run in?
I did it again.
Yeah, go ahead. Beautiful. Okay, I want you to circle your words that have a prefix or suffix on them. Good. Very nice. All right, so tell me the words that you have a prefix and a suffix on.
Unhappy and redo.
Unhappy and redo. When I have the word unhappy, what is my base word?
Happy.
And what is my prefix?
Un.
And what does un mean?
Not.
Very nice. How about the word redo? What is my base word?
Do.
And what is my prefix?
Re.
Re. And what does it mean to redo something?
Do it again.
Do it again. Beautiful. All right. To wrap up today, you've done such a fantastic job today. We're going to draw a little bit. Okay? You're into the arts, right? Draw me a picture of your story.
A big belly smack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It doesn't, listen, I'm a terrible drawer. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy.
I'm not very good at drawing people, so I'm just going to draw a stick.
Oh yeah, I'm all about a good stick figure.
Here's the ladder.
Okay. Beautiful. Is that your belly smack?
Yes.
Okay, so can you maybe label that with a word that has a prefix or a suffix? So how, maybe, what do you think? You can look at your story too, and maybe look at the prefixes and suffixes you used in your story.
I can't think of anything that would show that wait.
Maybe we can add a face on this person. And then maybe what would you label that?
Unhappy.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, super, super fantastic job today, okay? Again, so today we just talked about our prefixes, which are the little beginnings that we put on words, such as un or re. We talked about our suffixes, which are the words that end them, like full, ness. And then we talked about our base words, the words in the middle that kind of give us what the definition of that word is, okay? And you did a great job. So, that sounds great. I think we're all good for today. What do you think? Yeah, go hop in the pool. It's hot outside.